They thought firing me would be the end of the story. They were wrong. My name is Cameron Blake, and what happened in that boardroom 3 days ago changed everything. But to understand how a 25-year veteran got publicly humiliated, then turned the tables on a Fortune 500 CEO, you need to know about the silver pen in my pocket and the phone call that happened 72 hours earlier. Let me start at the moment it all went sideways. The red tulips sat steady in my grip as I waited outside the conference room. Simple gesture, I told myself. A bouquet to welcome Adrienne Cross, the new CEO. 25 years at Meridian Corporation had taught me that respect mattered more than titles. I wanted her first morning to feel like she was joining a family, not just a company. But the moment I stepped inside, the air shifted. Adrienne didn't smile. She didn't glance at the flowers. Instead, she adjusted her tie and said with a clarity that pierced the room, "Cameron Blake, your time here is over." The words didn't register at first. Around the table, two freshly promoted vice presidents sat stiff, their pens poised as if waiting for me to argue. I looked at Adrienne, waiting for the hint of a smirk. Some sign this was a tasteless joke. It wasn't. She slid a manila envelope across the polished wood, her eyes flat, already dismissing me. My brain refused to process the information. 25 years of midnight calls, supply chain rescues, audits survived. All collapsed into a single cruel moment. No acknowledgement, no thank you, just a surgical cut. The humiliation deepened when she leaned forward, voice carrying so the entire room could hear. "This," she declared, tapping the envelope with a manicured finger, "is the beginning of cultural reform. Meridian must shed its relics to survive, and Cameron's departure will be our signal of change." Gasps rippled through the silence. I felt every eye on me, not with respect, but with pity. My gift of tulips drooped in my arms, suddenly ridiculous. I set them down on the side table, their fragrance heavy in the stale air. If you love stories about corporate underdogs who refuse to stay down, and the sweet justice that comes when experience meets arrogance, hit that like button and subscribe right now. Every day brings brand new stories, each one more thrilling than the last. I reached for the envelope. My fingers brushed the engraved pen I always carried, the one given to me on my 25th anniversary. My name etched in silver glinted faintly under the fluorescent light. I clenched it tight, grounding myself against the tidal wave of humiliation. But here's what Adrienne didn't know. Here's what nobody in that room knew. 2 days earlier, I had signed papers that made me the majority owner of the company she thought she controlled. Adrienne straightened, satisfied, believing she had staged a spectacle. She had no idea this scene would not be remembered as her triumph. It would be remembered as the spark. 2 days before the humiliation, my phone rang late on a quiet Sunday evening. I almost ignored it. I had been trying to lose myself in a book, anything to silence the worry that came with the rumors of a new CEO. But the name flashing across the screen froze me.